Top of the blustery afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're outside the shop for another little saw test session. This is kind of my outside workbench in a way, when we're testing saws anyway. So today we're going to be taking a look at, well, the bottom end is a 268, but it's not much different from a 272 essentially. It has a brand new 272 cylinder assembly. We have a K&N poking up out of the back, you can see there. Dual ported exhaust. This has the Psy-Ko version zip kit, but it has the torque tweak applied to the process. And this is actually the first test run. Literally, I have not sawn with this since I did the torque tweak. So we're going to watch this together, I guess. It has a Stihl S-style chain catcher system on it because that's a better system than what comes on the stock Husqvarnas. I actually did the same thing on this saw. This belongs to Mr. Pro over in Idaho. He's let me have this saw for quite a little bit of time. We tried some stuff. We ended up putting a XPW cylinder assembly on it instead of just zipping the standard 50mm bore that came with it. I did the dogs, modified the dogs so they'll actually work better. Put the tank protector on the back. You can see the piece of aluminum over the handlebar down low. Dual ported exhaust as well. This has kind of an intermediate in between the Insano SS, so it's more of a flow thing than a compression thing. And we're sporting a 32-inch Oregon lightweight bar with some full skip. I think that's Oregon technically chain. It could be Husqvarna, the early version stuff, because Oregon was making it. I'm sure we're tracking with me there. We'll have a bar change in the middle. I'll probably pause. I'm thinking I'm going to be getting rained on anyway, and then get that thing warmed up and tuned in a little bit. So let us begin. One thing I forgot to mention is I have adjusted my grind from what we were using this winter, and I'm not overly impressed. I'm going to have to tweak on that. I can't say this chain's going to cut super awesome. thing I forgot to mention is we're dealing with Flow 2.0 with this one. I had some frog skins specially designed to work in a saw application. This is one of those applications. Actually ends up being a pretty sweet little situation. You get a lot of air coming in right where it needs to. Alright, we're going to wardrobe change now. Alrighty, so we're getting some more participation from the precipitation. I think, judging by the thunder and lightning, that's going to get ugly here in a second again. So we're going to run this saw. Like I said, honestly, I have not run this myself personally since I applied the torque tweak. We've used this on multiple testing occasions. We saw it run earlier being several months ago, I guess, at this point. But we're going to rock and roll right now before we get dumped on too hard, I guess. So it appears we have us a Torque Monster 272 from the looks of it. That was actually kind of fun. I had to put my foot on the little support on the first upstroke, if you will, because it was not even doing a very good job staying on the ground. I'm super well pleased with this operation. So, yeah, and it actually feels pretty nice in your hands. Got a pretty nice feel even with the 32. The flickability's nice. Yeah, that's a sweet little ride for sure. I'm thinking this saw is winning. Definitely winning on the low end power versus what we see in the 372. Nice. So that was pretty fun, actually. I was pulling on it for about all I was worth. Stop to chain. I'm running my stops 40 to 60 thousandths on a regular basis. Looking at those from over here, I'm going to say they're about 50. They're down a long ways. And we'll look at the size of the chips. They're huge. Huge chips. And that thing's pulling for all it's worth down low. You can lug that thing down to about 6 or 7,000 and it keeps motoring along. So definitely well pleased at the torque tweaked 272. Whether or not it wins in the actual speed racing thing is a whole nother issue. If you want to run a little bit longer bar on a daily basis, this saw is going to outperform this saw, definitely. I'm definitely well pleased at the outcome with the torque tweak and the 272 combination. So anyway, thanks for watching this session. Have a blessed day wherever you might be on God's green earth. And thanks for watching.